¿Listo? ¿Qué tal? Muy buenas tardes. El día de hoy nos acompaña una chica muy especial y bueno, les damos la bienvenida y a todos queremos decirles gracias por acompañarnos una vez más en este nuevo episodio de Los Villa Podcast. Y bueno, pues bienvenido, René.
Gracias, bienvenidos a todos. Gracias por escucharnos nuevamente aquí a nuestro episodio, que será el número 8.
Número 8, 9.
Ya no sabemos qué episodio, pero bueno, gracias por escucharnos y I'm very happy to have Patricia Machado here with us. She's who people who knows me or a little bit. I train jiu-jitsu, maybe already been with them maybe 2 years and a half, maybe.
A little more than that.
Oh my
Right,
goodness,
yeah,
okay.
definitely
Don't say
more.
that. I'm still
I
a
would
blue
say
belt.
like-
I'm still a blue belt.
I
Blue.
would shit for 4 years.
Oh my God, for you.
Yeah, because Camila was probably just born.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
been like
Okay,
4
people.
years.
Yeah, because we had all the pandemic and stuff. So
Yeah.
Oh, there
yeah.
you go. So I took a little break.
yeah.
Well,
It took like a year break and then you went back.
no, thank you. I appreciate that. Patricia Machado is supposed to be going by Hui as well, but he has a class at this time, and it's
Yeah.
kind of complicated.
He's training.
They have 2 kids. They have 2 kids. He teach basically all the classes,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
it's we appreciate it. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you for coming. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Thank you for trying. I know with 2 kids, with classes as well that you do with Hui and well, nothing. Just thank you. Appreciate you very much that you're here.
Yeah. And then for the people that doesn't know Patricia, as she and her husband, they own this amazing place, which is called Brazilian Top Jiu-Jitsu.
Top team.
Top Team
Yeah.
Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
Okay, one more
Here
time.
in
One more
Austin.
time.
Brazilian Top Team.
Thank you.
There you go. But it's Jiu-Jitsu.
Yes.
And also they have classes of kickboxing, right? With JoJo.
Yeah, kickboxing with JoJo.
Or Muay Thai,
Mhm.
Muay Thai kickboxing.
Yeah. He does MMA too. Depends on the mood.
Right,
But-
right. Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you one more time. If they're watching us, please like the page and share
Share
the
our
page as
video.
well with us. And nothing. Well, just Patricia, thank you again one more time to come with us. And we're gonna just talk about nothing serious. We're here having a beer. You're not drinking today because you have a.
Water.
She's
Water.
not drinking, but we are.
We are for you and for.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah,
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. We're drinking a Brazilian beer today.
Yes, we are.
That I didn't know of.
And it's good.
Yeah, it's a black beer.
Mhm.
It's a black one. I never tasted before. He said I had. I don't remember.
Okay.
But he said we already had it. But yeah, I really like the taste. It's kind of smooth, but it's since it's dark. I mean, I like darker beers.
Yeah, I rather when I drink, I rather do like either like amber or IPA or black. But because
Oh, look
it's
at
one
that.
and done.
She likes IPA.
We're on the IPA team.
Okay, good to know. Well, nothing, Patricia. Just tell us a little bit about. We know that you are a black belt
Mhm.
on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but how you get into Jiu-Jitsu?
Well, it was back in 2012, beginning of 2012, and I started I always liked martial arts, right? And I think because UFC came to all that, that everyone was watching it, and so I decided that I want to fight too. So as everyone else, I chose to go to a boxing school, and I started doing boxing for a while, but it was just that, I felt that I missed something. Like, what about now? I can punch, but what if, I
You
fall?
can kick.
Yeah, or what if I fall? What do I do? So I was before I started jiu-jitsu, I was doing law school. So I went to law school, and this friend of mine, he said you should do like Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and at that time, like, more girls were training and stuff. So like, yeah, I'll go try it out. So I went. He took me to um, Gamanal Fighters in Brazil. That's where I started it, in my hometown, and it was back in 2012. And like, since there, I never stopped. I went every day, and I would even skip law school to go train.
Really?
Yeah.
So you really fall in love with that right
Yeah,
away.
right away. Yeah, it was something that I just like loved since the beginning. Yeah.
And something that you were telling us a little bit earlier, that I bet you always feel that the same way when you're about to fight someone else, right? Like
The hype,
The
the
hype,
adrenaline, yeah, every time. And it does get better, like, with time. And like, the more you fight, the like more relaxed you get, before going to a competition and stuff. And yeah, but I still feel it, and I love that feeling. Yeah, something that like pumps me up.
Well, I saw you fighting. We went to a competition, and we went because you were gonna fight.
Mhm.
He's like, she's gonna fight. We wanna support her and see how she's doing. So we went there, and I saw you so relaxed. I was like, oh my god, like you look so comfortable with the movement. And like, I was telling him, if I get a kick like that, I will be crying here. Like, you're so used to it.
Yeah, but I used to compete a lot more, like, before having Sophia, right? But every time that I have chance, I'll go and fight, because I love doing it. Uh, it's just tricky now because I don't have as much time to train as I would like to, or as I should.
Of course.
They're even doing the worlds now in California. It's back again at the Pyramid in Long Beach, and I would love to go and compete, but I just now started training again with like 4 times a week, because my mom is in town for 6 months helping us.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely. And these people maybe, because again, jiu-jitsu has been for a little while, but it's still a new sport. A lot
Yeah,
of people still
definitely.
don't know what jiu-jitsu is and what it does for
For your
and
body.
physical, right?
Yeah.
Physical wise,
Yeah.
you keep yourself. Maybe I am not, right? But a lot of people heard that very fit and it's so great in your cardiovascular part of your body, keep
Yeah,
you
for
healthier and
everything.
that kind of stuff. But so let's go back again. So how many sisters or siblings you have?
Sorry.
Siblings?
Oh, I have my sister is actually, she moved to Austin. It's been a week that
Oh,
she's
nice.
Oh,
here.
wow.
Yeah, so she's been staying with us for a little bit. Um, so I have her. Her name is Caroline, and I have 2 nieces. Um, yeah, they're great. And I do have another sibling, but I've never met her. Her name is Mariana. She lives back in Brazil, but I never got the chance to meet her.
Okay, so you are parents
Different,
are
yeah.
first.
Yeah, my all my siblings are through my dad's side.
Okay.
Yeah, but through my mom's side is only me. Yeah.
Oh, okay, you're the only
And her
child.
mom
Yeah.
just moved to Austin. Well,
For
she
vacation,
just came
right?
on vacation.
yeah, we're trying to bring her to stay permanent. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, but let's see how it goes.
Nice. Congrats. Well,
And
that's
if she likes it.
She likes it here. Yeah, she loves it. I would definitely, I definitely think that she would love to have her own house, because 24/7 craziness, I think, is too much.
for
That's
sure.
true. Tell him about it.
No comments in that
Yeah.
part. No comments in that part. So when you guys so what about when you and Hui met?
Well, we met when I decided to go train, because he was the coach.
And
Cliche. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
In that school. Your first
Yeah,
school was he was
Gamonal
a coach.
Fighters. Yeah,
Oh,
he was the teacher there. Gamonal Diego, right? He gives he's the head coach in San Antonio.
correct.
Yeah. So it was like he's a school down there, and him and Hui, they always had this
Friendship.
partnership. Yeah, and so Hui would teach um, at the Gamonal Fighters location down in Brazil. We had a great team there at that time. It was like amazing. A lot of people competing, a lot of girls, mostly the girls. They were
Really?
like, yeah, they were competing uh, and high level competitions like the Brazilian nationals. It was actually my first competition ever. I had like 4 months in training, and we went to the Brazilian nationals. It was like myself and like 3 other girls that went there to compete. It was super fun.
Really?
Mhm.
Nice. So, so at that time, so it was not Brazilian top team. It was not part of the.
It was we were like affiliated, right? The Brazilian top team. It still is. Ricardo Marques is the head coach in
Okay.
our hometown. He owns the Brazilian top team, Juiz de Fora, which the name is the name of our hometown there. But we are just like affiliated because Diego and Rui, they were Ricardo's students
Okay.
since the beginning, right?
Okay.
At least Rui, but they trained for a long time there, and so all the kind of like all the students, all the black belts that came from Ricardo, they opened their like smaller gyms there, and so whoever wanted to fight for Brazilian top team had to be affiliated to Ricardo, right?
Okay. So that people don't understand this maybe. So Brazilian top team is a chain, correct?
Yes.
It's a chain,
Yeah.
and the owner of or the head of the face of the Brazilian top team is Murilo Machado, right?
Murilo Bustamante.
Bustamante.
Yeah.
Sorry. Murilo Bustamante,
Master Murilo. Mhm.
and he has franchises and also has uh like corporation kind of owned by his
Yeah. Yeah. He the the headquarters of Brazilian top team around the world is in Rio, right?
Mhm.
Right there, the Lagoa, which is a very like famous area of Rio de Janeiro.
Right.
The gym is super fun, super nice. Yeah, and but yeah, Murilo Bustamante is the founder, right? He's like the one of the first UFC champions
Correct.
to grab the
Correct.
belt. Yeah, he's amazing. He's a people say that he's a living legend.
He is right for
Mhm.
the people that
Yeah,
love
for
side
the
sport.
sport, yeah.
He's a real living legend. So when you guys decide to move to America, United States,
I was 2014 that we came. Um, Diego used to teach in Dallas at BTT Dallas, and so they got the opportunity to come to San Antonio and start the Brazilian top team Austin at the same time. So it was that's how we came. Yeah, to
But
start.
Diego came first.
Yeah, Diego came way before us. I'm not sure when, but he's been here for a really long time, and he came to teach at BTT
So
Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah, it was. No, I think it was. The first one was San Antonio, owned by Marcelo Bergo. You know him?
Maybe I know.
Yeah, he's been to our gym before. Yeah, he owns BTT Jacksonville
Okay, Florida.
down in Florida.
So
Yeah,
you've been growing a lot.
yeah. Well, we have just a few in Texas, but the other ones they're not related to us. But Brazilian top team is a huge team. Like we have schools all around the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Very competitive.
Very competitive
school.
school. Yeah.
And
Sure.
that's nice because I mean, since you're saying that there is a lot of women doing it, which that wasn't seen here before. Like it was
Yeah.
mostly for like guys. Like people will think that it's just for guys.
Yeah, definitely. I think it had that taboo, like on top of the sport. And I'm so happy to see every time we have a girl coming into the gym, I get so excited because it's fun to have like more women joining, and not just because of the sport, but also like it's cool to see a woman like to learn how to defend himself herself. I think that is super important. Like baby Sophia for sure is gonna start as soon. Like she understands.
Murillo already knows, right?
Yeah, Murillo is like he goes here and there, but he's too hyper. He doesn't have that. He cannot focus for too long.
And how old is he?
He's 4.
4.
Yeah, 4.5. Him and Sophia is 18 months old, and their birthdays are one day apart.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you're basically doing one party for both.
We're saving a little money there.
That's nice. That's nice.
Nice. Very nice. Well, cheers.
Cheers for
Yeah.
Cheers
having
with,
you here.
Club Soda. Thank you again
Yeah.
for coming, Patricia.
Thank you,
You
guys.
want share your phone number with people who wants to maybe join the school to go for a free trial or whatever
Yeah,
you want to do?
definitely.
You wanna
We
do that?
have our website is bttaustin.com, and we have all the schedule there. You can also schedule your free trial through the website.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and if you like our office number is 210-986-3000. So if you want to schedule a trial or know anything else about the sport or the facility, you can always call that phone number as well.
And what I love about BTT is that you also have classes for kids.
Yeah.
How can they be when they join the classes?
We say that like 6 years old is a good age to start. But we do have a few like 5-year-old doing classes. It will really depend on how the kid will like adjust to the
Manage.
Mhm.
how they will do in the class. So we always say that is a good idea to come and try. We only offer a 1-day trial, but when the kid is smaller like this, I let them do for like a few days, like a week, to see if they are
Really are into
yeah.
into the mood.
Mhm.
And we had Mariana going to your classes for almost like a year, I would
Mhm.
say.
Yeah,
Probably
less than
less than
for
that.
sure.
But what I really liked about her joining the classes is that she got this confidence
Yeah.
of having someone in front of her and like
Mhm.
seeing her how to defend herself, like you were saying.
Yeah.
It's so nice because in this age you never know. So I think it's so important for like women and little girls to know how to defend themselves.
For sure,
And
yeah.
for them to like know how to fight or say no, or
Yeah.
at least if someone is trying to fight them, like just for them to kind of escape from the situation.
Yeah, and I think the bullying is a big thing right now, right? Like everywhere. So it's like it's helping kids a lot. Like even if you don't go to Brazilian Top Team Austin, like all the other
For
locations
sure.
that there are like that teaches Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, I just think it's really important for or any other martial art. Like
Mhm.
in my opinion, the kids need to know how to defend themselves, and so to stop
Yeah.
bullying,
Bullies,
which is
for sure.
yeah. So I think that's a like Brazilian Jiu Jitsu for sure is a great way to make it
Mhm.
stop.
And especially right now with all, again, for us, we have Mariana that she's 8 years old and Camila that she's 4 years old. And Mariana, she decided, I was pushing her to go
Mm-hmm.
to different activities, gymnastics, jiu-jitsu, swimming, ballet,
Yeah.
too many things at once. So she got a little overwhelmed, and she decided that she's not really to sports. She's more
Mhm.
into crafting. But end of the day, it's very important that, especially one more time, right now, all tablets,
Yeah.
tablets and
Yeah. Yeah.
cartoons, so they can have something else to do besides
Yeah,
just
for
sitting.
sure. Yeah.
To get, especially here in Texas, the overweight is super high,
Mm-hmm.
super
Yeah.
high. So
Yeah.
they have to do sports, or I mean, like you said, it doesn't have to be jiu-jitsu, but
Yeah.
whatever it fits you for
Yeah.
the
Or whichever activity that the kid like to do. Like I did all sorts of sports when I was little,
Little.
and the I did volleyball for like 6 years when I was a kid. I'm short, tiny, but it was like one of the things that I love to do.
but for volleyball, the middle is always tiny, no? The middle.
Yeah, the one
middle
that
position.
catches, I don't know the name, that
Right.
catches like the ball in the back. That was me.
That was
Yeah. Like throwing myself on the, not to let the ball touch the floor. But I always had fun, and we did like competitions too.
Oh, nice.
We played with the school, and then I liked it so much that I went to we went to a private. My mom put me into like a private school for
Oh, really?
volleyball. Yeah, which was like super
I'm
cool.
sorry. Was outdoors or indoors?
Indoors.
Indoor. Okay.
Yeah.
Because Brazil's pretty strong on volleyball.
Yeah. They used to win like all like Olympics and everything, right?
They still. No?
I
Miss Sand,
I don't.
maybe outdoors.
Yeah, I don't really follow it anymore. Now I'm like jujitsu obsessed. But yeah.
Yeah, outdoors is still pretty strong.
Mhm.
Maybe not indoors, but outdoors for sure.
The beach one, right?
Right.
Yeah. That's fun to watch.
That's so
too.
nice. So, what other sports have you played?
Football, soccer. Sorry, soccer. I did handball. Is it a thing here? I don't know. Have you heard of it? I don't know if the same name, but in Brazil,
How do you
Yep.
play?
To the wall?
no.
Handball, no.
It's like soccer but with your hands.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Not here.
No, it's
No.
not.
Yeah.
Not
It-
even
it's-
in
it-
Mexico. Mexico, maybe Mexico, but
Yeah, it's very like strong in Brazil. Like people love it. And I did that for a while. I did swimming too, like all sorts of things. And karate, like when I was a kid, I think every kid does like karate. Right? Yeah,
Kung
I
fu.
did that too.
Kung fu.
Yeah. And my mom dance. My mom put me in ballet and dance classes, but I hated it. I always hated it. Yeah.
that's what happens with us with Mariana. Well, again, we put gymnastics. She was into it a little bit, and then thinking, okay, ballet, something.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu.
I was never like a girly
Girly
girl.
girl.
Yeah.
Well, our little one, I think she'll be ready for jiu-jitsu when she grows up a little bit more.
No more.
She's more like she stands up
More physical.
for anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's-
when she says no, like she
Yeah.
likes to.
Fierce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how I think Sophia is gonna be. Yeah. She's something else.
And you're like an excellent example for them to be growing up with you and who like just watching you teaching other people. And I think
Yeah.
the way that you inspire them, it's so amazing because it'll make them become not you, but it'll make them become part of what you're doing.
That's what we truly hope for. But if they decided that that's not their thing,
For
that's
sure, yeah.
whatever they chose, that's like follow their passion,
For sure. That's
like we did. Yeah.
So let's change a little bit. So let's go back again in Brazil. So you went when Rui was teaching. So you met him. It was real love right there, or how long it would take you guys to?
No,
You hated him.
I was
You
just
hated him.
just hanging there, like trying to learn. And he was the one that he actually asked a friend to invite me to go to one of the guys' birthday party, but he never really asked me to go. It was like through a friend. So I was like, okay, like I'll go. Like everyone is gonna be there,
Mhm.
like I'll go. And then he started.
Oh, Rui.
So he started to. We were all sitting. It wasn't a bar, so we were all sitting like uh, drinking beer and stuff, and he kept jumping from chair to chair until he got to the chair and started drinking my beer. And I was like, dude, that's mine.
You're the coach there, but not here.
Yeah, so we started talking, and it was he is a very funny guy when
He's
he
funny.
wants to be. but yeah, we since there we never got like too far from each other. So
Oh, right.
yeah,
Oh. So it was probably not first sight, but
yeah,
first time like talking.
Yeah,
like, in a
yeah.
different
Good chemistry.
environment.
yeah,
chemistry.
good chemistry. Yeah, definitely.
So how long you have been together?
About 10 years that we were together. Yeah, about 10 years. Because that's when it was. I started in 2012. It was, I think we started dating was like October of that year. So almost 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
10
long
years.
time?
It's a long time.
Yeah.
Especially right now. 10 years. 10 years.
We're surviving.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
So and then Diego moved here, and he called, "Hey, let's enjoy here, America." Or
Yeah, I
that?
think it was always in their plan to, because unfortunately, like in Brazil, to leave off jiu-jitsu is not like
The thing.
it's hard, right?
for sure.
Unless you've been in the market for like so many years,
And especially at that time, right, when it was even.
yeah. So it's like I would say, especially now, it's almost like impossible. There of course there are very successful people, like in any sort of like businesses, right? But I don't think, I don't know. I maybe not, but I don't think we could make a living as we do here back there.
Back
But
there.
yeah,
And that's great that you guys are living from what you are passionate about.
yeah,
And
definitely.
that you get to enjoy it, but at the same time you're making money and you're making your family, and it's
Yeah.
like a combination of
Hmm.
environment. And I think not everybody has that opportunity. So
Yeah.
that's so nice for you.
I also think, like, I don't know, I just left everything behind and we came here, right? He was like, let's go. And I was like, yeah, let's go, let's do it. So I left all the, like, I was doing law, so I left it all behind and like to come here and at some point like to follow his dream, but along the way it became mine too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, that's very
We're
nice.
very
Now,
fortunate.
Oh.
and it day was
Yeah.
love, right? But you trusted him, and you said, "Okay, let's go. Let's try to do something together."
Yeah.
And how was the beginning? Like, was it hard for you to kind of, because it's always different. Like,
Yeah.
just to come here as an immigrant and just have your own culture and kind of have your people and your friends, and then move to a city where you don't know.
To fit into
Yeah.
the culture.
I think we had great people by our side when we moved. So I don't think it was as hard. Definitely, like learning how to speak properly the language was like one of the biggest like steps or barriers, but like you got to do what you got to do, so you have to push yourself to learn, and especially here there are not a lot of people that speaks Portuguese.
Yes.
And
He
to-
speaks a little bit. He knows a few words.
yeah, but like speak Spanish, like a lot of people here speak Spanish, and to us it is a very similar language, but like I cannot speak it. Yeah, I can understand here and there if people talk it slow, I can probably understand everything, but I can never speak it. Yeah, no. But it was
It's-
definitely the language was one of
The hardest part.
yeah, the hardest part. I used to go to English school there, like a part-time English school to learn. So to me it wasn't as hard as it was for Rui
Rui.
at the beginning, because he didn't know anything.
So you're talking about back in Brazil, you went to
Yeah.
English. Okay.
Yeah. So to me, like whenever we came here, it wasn't as hard as it was for like compared to
And he's a little older than you, right? I
yeah.
mean, that the part is big time,
Yeah.
especially when you start another language when you're
Mhm.
30, when you're 10, 20. It's
Yeah,
very
definitely. Yeah.
different. Very different. Very different. Nice. Well, cheers again. So we are with Patricia Machado. We're drinking and drinking and drinking.
We're having
With
your
Patricia
your
Machado
beer.
from
We're having a beer for you, and
who is not here with us, but she's one of the owners of Black Belts from Brazil Top Team, which is here in Austin. What's the address?
It's a 9313 Anderson Mill Road
In Austin.
in Austin. Yes.
So very close from 183 Highway,
Hmm.
and they're have classes basically every day, right?
Every day. Yeah.
Except Sundays.
except Sundays. Yeah, we have open meds on Saturdays at noon, and then every day there are noon class and evening classes too. And we also have early morning, a few days in a week.
Right.
and I know it's been in your veins forever, like being a jiu-jitsu lover. But what do you think it's like the hardest part for a person that it's barely taking like the first classes?
I think the hardest part is to keep going, right? Because at the beginning you don't know anything.
You get bruised.
You do, yeah. You get bruised and you get frustrated most of the part too. So I think if you get frustrated super easily, maybe you give up earlier.
Mhm.
So you gotta keep going because it's all about like repetition, right? Like muscle memory.
Mhm.
So if you don't keep going, keep practicing, you're never gonna get there. It takes time, and one day it just clicks. Like I don't know if it happened to you.
I thought it was 2 years, and it's just 4 years. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. 4
It
years.
still hasn't clicked.
No, I mean, for me, and again, I'm older than you guys, and I not do it. I go to the gym maybe twice a week.
Mhm.
Sometimes I can go three, 4 times a week, but normally I go Mondays and Wednesdays. And for sure, the consistency is it's the main thing, right? The
Yeah.
consistency. But at the same time, for me, when I do these kind of things, just Monday and Tuesday, because my body says, you know what, it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah,
It,
it
get-
does.
it gets,
Yeah.
it gets
I'm
When he
feeling
gets hot.
all the side, right?
the joints and I mean, but again, people. I think the main thing for me to see all this, especially the beginners, they're trying to kill each other, right? They're trying to,
Yeah.
like when they go to the gym the first day, yeah, I'm gonna lift this, I'm gonna lift that, and then your body doesn't know. So, body needs to know first what you're doing to the body, and then get used to. But they need to go slowly,
Yeah.
slowly. But again, I don't know if it's everybody does the same thing, but they go, boom,
Yeah.
they roll with you and trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Just chill out. And this, instead of hurting me, they hurt themselves.
Yeah.
I think
Sometimes they hurt us too.
yeah, for sure. But I think that's what happens. That's why a lot of people they go and they train for, I don't know, for a month,
Mhm.
every day, and then disappear for.
Yeah.
And then you train with a uniform that is called G. Is that the
Gi.
The gi.
Or
Yeah.
kimono.
the
Kimono.
kimono? And then you have another kind where you don't have anything, right?
No
The
gi.
no gi.
No
Yeah.
gi.
So gi and no gi. Okay. And explain us, like, of course, the difference that you have the uniform, but is there any like concept that you have to do both, or you just do
No.
whichever you like? Or...
Yeah. I think you do whichever you like. I definitely like gi more. But it's funny because if you do gi, like, and if you practice, no gi.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen the other way around.
Okay.
So if you do only no gi, whenever you put a gi on, then you're lost because it's a completely different game. Like you have 10,000 more options, of like chokes, and like the grips are different. So you control your opponent body's way more than like no gi,
Mhm.
you know. and nogi is like faster, right? Like it's slippery. So, but it both are super fun.
For sure.
But my first love is definitely to gi.
gi.
Yeah,
So which it's over. So with gi, you have the option to grab
Yeah.
the kimono, and with no gi, it's not. It's the grips to
It's
Yeah.
like
wrist,
physical, right? It's
yeah.
Yes.
physical.
You cannot grab the
the
clothes.
shirt.
Yeah, it's
So
just like body grips.
and again with the gi, you have option to can choke somebody else with the gi and
Yeah,
do something more stuff.
yeah,
And
That's so nice. And what I also like about you and who is that you guys, well, you look good together, right? But at the same time, it's so important for people to see you together, like not just as a couple and not also as an owners, but like just to see you go and do competitions and kind of support each other. And I've seen him like when you're fighting, like the way he pushes you and the way you are also supporting him whenever he fights.
yeah,
So that's so cool.
yeah. Okay, it's yeah. I can never. I think I only fought without him on my corner once, and it was like Murio was tiny, and I was visiting my sister in San Diego, and that's when like she stayed with the kids, and I went to compete. But it's definitely a game changer when you have someone that you trust, like
For sure.
on your corner.
That's there.
You know, like telling because they can see stuff that you cannot, especially if, like Hui always been my coach, so he knows like
You
all
good
the
things.
good positions that I have, you know, and he sees better from the outside, like more options. Because sometimes you're like, everything happens so fast that you don't know like what to do next, you know, and it's good to have someone just like, do this, you know, do that, or just stay there for a little while, don't rush, you know, things like that.
And especially when you on the competition, that that too much. But I think that the time goes super fast, right?
Yeah.
You think it's 5 minutes for us watching, it's 5 minutes, but for them, it's wow already.
Yeah.
So fast, so fast, so fast.
And the first time that I saw him on competition, I was so nervous because I was like, oh my gosh, he's going to get beat up, right? But I was there with my daughters and we were trying to be like, go, Renee, go. And he was looking so calm, smiling at us. And then I looked at the other guy and the other guy was super, like you could see his face, like he was upset for something, but he was very serious. And I was telling him, but your face, like you're super mad. I was telling him, like, change your face. You look so happy. And he didn't look the
He's
other
a good guy.
Yeah, but he was, I mean, like to me, see him like that, I was like, no, you have to look like you're mad, like put on your face. And I mean, he did amazing, but I know it's so hard because like you can be so good at it, but then at the same time, it's just one flip and you lost, right? Like,
Yeah, it's definitely that's why it's important to like if you're into competitions, like always be competing, right? Because you get the right timing. There are tricks that you can do, but some people don't, you know, things like that, like to hold on to the time, especially, right? Like sometimes if you go too hard on the beginning, then you gas out to the end of the match. So it's you need to know like how your body is going to react to the time that you have to fight, and know that if you're like maybe winning by just 1 point, you know, like you need to be cautious about it, otherwise like you can
So,
lose
yeah.
like super fast. But yeah, it's fun.
For
I love
sure.
competing. Yeah.
And also, so we're talking about earlier here, and also we know, well, I know that you have another passion, which is CrossFit now.
Yeah.
How do you start that? When you started CrossFit, or who introduced you to CrossFit?
I did. It was like again back in Brazil, like 2000, maybe 13. It started like CrossFit started to like
Booming.
yeah, and I was like, there was only one gym in my hometown that offered it, and so I decided to check it out because one more time, if I depend on myself to go to a gym and lift, I know I'm not gonna do it. So I went there and it was amazing. and I did it for just like 2 months because it was super expensive there, so I couldn't really afford it.
Down here too. Super
Yeah,
expensive.
it's still super expensive. Yeah. But now we have a little more money. So when I moved here and I had Murilo like to go back in shape, I decided to try it again. So yeah, I had a huge gap and I only did for 2 months before. And so I did it for a couple months again in a small CrossFit gym here, like in Cedar Park. And for some reason, I didn't stick to it. So after having Sophia, I decided to do the same thing, but I told myself I would keep it up. Yeah, I would keep going. So it's been like almost 2 years that I joined Voodoo, which is super close to BTT Austin. And I love it there. People are amazing. The owners are like my friends, and it's really cool. Yeah.
So people that that's how you describe CrossFit. How you would describe it, simple words.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I'm sorry, I put you on the
You
spot.
got me
I
there.
put you on the spot.
Man, it's a mix of a lot of things. I don't think I can put like just a few words to describe it, but it's everything that I look into like a workout besides jujitsu. It kind of complements my training, right? So it's like strength, agility, and a lot of gymnastics movements.
Okay, there you go,
Yeah.
people. That's CrossFit.
Yeah.
So you do CrossFit and then jiu-jitsu, like how many times a week?
Right now it's like the perfect world, right? So I've been going more to CrossFit. I
Thank
do
you, Mama.
like
Thank you, Mama.
yeah, right. Like 3 times a week I try to go there, and I mix it up with jiu-jitsu. Like I do like 4 or even like 5 times I've been training now again. But if my body could just help me a little more on holding up to everything, I would do just like every day, all day.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's so hard because I mean you're a mom and then you have to take care of your kids, and then at the same time you're checking with the business, and then you're doing your workout, and
Yeah,
I bet it's hard to keep it up.
it's definitely a busy life. But he is an amazing dad too. So we always like when my mom is not here, he will watch the kids so I can go, or like if he's too tired, I'll go and teach class too. So we trade shifts with the kids. Yeah.
For sure. I mean, and also people doesn't know, but being the head coach of that particular gym, Brazilian Top Team, and I've been myself maybe in another 2 gyms of jiu-jitsu myself. And what I love about you guys, and I think I don't know if everybody does, but they're really you as a head coach, and who as a head coach, he's there teaching, because most of these guys they're big, they're doing seminars somewhere else, or they're
Yeah.
trying to open schools here and there, and they're not there. And for you guys to be there with the students
Mm-hmm.
all times, basically all
Yeah.
times. I mean, of course they have another coaches they helping
Yeah,
you,
helping.
but to be there and really teach the people there, I think is speak highly about the gym as well.
Yeah, he and Ahui is an amazing coach. Like there are people that are really good at jujitsu, but they don't know how to pass it on to to the
Student.
student. So and he does it really well. He's a really good coach. He's done amazing jobs. Like we have a bunch of world champions now,
For sure,
which is amazing.
for sure.
Yeah.
And you are how many championships you have?
I won only one worlds as a brown belt. It was back in 2018, and then 2019 I got second place at the worlds. But those are it was, and I have 2 Pan Am's titles too. But those are like the highest tournaments that I've
For
won.
sure. And people trains day hours to go to those tournaments. And Hui as well, right? How many?
He has countless titles for sure. American nationals. I don't think he ever fought the Brazilian nationals, but he's done Pan Am's, and I don't think he ever did the Worlds, but he plans on doing this Master Worlds this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
That's nice.
Whatever happens. But, and also, I mean, if you have injuries happens in this sport a lot.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I mean, to me, that is, I not do that 100%. I had injuries, When you see me,
Yeah.
you're gonna go back again. You're gonna get.
And he likes to get knocked out.
Yeah,
he
I
likes
mean,
it.
you got injuries, right? So knees, shoulders
Yeah.
are.
I feel my shoulder. It's been 2 months.
yeah.
I've been
Oh.
feeling it, but there's nothing you can really do besides keep training.
Right, but
It'll
again, when
disappear
you fall
eventually.
in love with the sport like you did, and
Yeah.
I mean, you continue to doing it, that. That's again very important that people find their love in whatever they do.
Yeah.
And this is an example, Patricia Machado.
I was thinking, how did you pronounce Frade in Portuguese?
Frade.
Frade. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was telling me. I don't want to say it wrong. You present her.
It's hard, yeah.
But also, we're talking about that the last name. So back in Brazil, you guys do the last name is the moms, right?
The dads.
No, it's not moms.
No, the mom's is the first last name.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and the last name is the dad's.
Right.
So-
right.
Yeah.
So
It's
For-
backwards with
backwards
us
for-
in Mexico.
Oh,
We do
really?
the dad's last
that right
name
here as
first.
well. That right here.
And here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's only in Mexico. Is it 2 or only one last name?
Two last names.
Yeah, that's just like in Brazil. Yeah, here they only have the
dad.
Dad.
Yeah, we put the kids with mine and his.
The same here. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did the same.
yeah,
And but also for me, it's not where I'm from. The city I'm from, Mexico. I'm not really. I mean, Mexico. On my family, we have just one name, no second name, right? And for
Mhm.
her, she has first name, second name, last name, and second last name.
yeah,
And-
yeah. I know people with
I'm
a lot
I'm
of.
truly Mexican here.
And my family is just my name, last name, and my second last name.
Yeah.
But for her family, it's
Yeah.
name, and another name. It's just okay.
Part of the tradition, I guess.
Yeah,
And I did the same for my daughters because he just wanted to use one name and it was going to be one name and his last name. But I was like, no, I want them to have my name. So one has my first name and the other one has my
Right.
middle name.
yeah, that's cool.
I made him do that.
Wait, I tried to make Hui agree to have Sophia have a middle name because Murilo, we always knew he was just gonna be Murilo, yeah. But for Sophia, when it the first name that came to my mind was Sophie Rose, but he hated it, so we went back to Sophia, and then I said, okay, so what do you think about Sophia Grace? And then he was like, no. So we kept it just as Sophia.
And it's Sophia Sophi.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
That's amazing. Oh. And just having your kids right next to you when you're doing what you're passionate about, it's so amazing.
Yeah, sometimes they don't let us train, but it's too good.
But in general, for you guys, I mean, for women, like how tall you are?
5'1".
5'1". And she does. I mean, it's an example for everybody, right? I mean, she's a mom. She has a passion for jiu-jitsu, but I think that people need to just find the right
The right passion.
Yeah.
the right
That-
route to find that thing. But I need to try, Like she said, she tried karate, she tried boxing, she tried gymnastics until she find out jiu-jitsu. I mean, and again, in general, I mean, women, it's not excuse because you're a woman, you cannot do anything. You have
Oh yeah.
the sky to do it, and each people need to find out what's the real.
Mhm.
The
And,
real-
They're meant to be.
and we just had a girl that's going with us on the recovery who won 5 titles on the competition, but I mean it's a different competition. But still, what I'm saying, I was talking to her earlier today, and she is like for something like she's very short,
Very tiny.
and when you saw the competitors, you could see like oh like she looks like smaller than the rest, and then at the end she was the winner.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you said, like
She's,
it doesn't matter how tall or short you are.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of that you really keep on it, and you keep training, because
Yeah.
that's the main
For
thing.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, she's compete on thickness.
Okay.
She's 48. 48, which is, I mean, still young, right? But a lot of people, oh, I'm 48 already. I'm 46 and die. And yeah, it's about just trying new things and find your passion. And I think you and who are excellent example for the community, Latino community or American community, whatever you want to call it, but excellent example for immigrants like us.
Yeah.
To you have your own business now.
Yeah.
You have I don't know how many 60 students, 800 students,
1,000.
1,000, 3,000
I
students.
wish.
I mean, for sure. I mean,
One day.
Monday gets crowded. That thing. On
Yeah.
Monday
Monday
that
or
thing is
Monday and
crowded.
Wednesdays are definitely the
busiest.
best days. Yeah. Fridays people are just like chilling,
People
or
there,
drinking.
they're
Yeah.
doing shingu.
Going out. Yeah.
Yeah, but
But we're still there on Fridays.
That's nice. So what do you and who you do for fun? What do you
when you
usually
had
do
time,
when you have time?
We like to stay home, watch movies, and if we could, stay in bed all day, just relaxing. That's all we like to do. We don't like, well, we do like to go to the movies. That's one thing. We just went yesterday and it was terrible. But
when was it?
The Northman,
How was it? I heard a few.
bad.
Really?
Yeah, don't go watch it.
What is it? What is it? Comedy, drama? What is it?
It's like a revenge
Revenge.
sort of movie. Yeah, the Viking. It's
Okay.
a Viking movie.
A Viking movie.
I heard it
Yeah.
was very graphic.
Yeah, if you like blood and only want to see blood.
Who's in the movie? Big actors?
Oh, big actors, yeah. Big Nicole Kidman
Oh, Nicole
is there. Other big names. The girl that did that Netflix series, the blonde one, The Queen's Gambit.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, she's
it's-
there too.
Okay.
Yeah. But the movie, it could have been something awesome,
Better.
but yeah, it just
You-
we
you
wanted to
haven't-
leave in the middle of the movie. Yeah.
Oh.
That's bad.
Oh.
Nice. That's beautiful. Well, again, thank you, Patricia, for coming. Give us a
Thank you for
little time.
having me. Yeah. Wish he was here too.
I know.
Yeah.
He's teaching. We understand. You want to give us the address again of the resident talk team?
It's 9313 Anderson Mill Road. It's right on the corner of Anderson and Palm Springs, right
Nice.
off of 183. Yeah.
Real quick. Phone number,
210-986-3000.
website. Resident Talk Team.
It's bttaustin.com.
And everybody remember that you can get into the website and schedule your
The
your
free trial. Yeah, we have all the info there. The phone number is there too. Like you can email us or just go straight from the website. You can even like purchase packages and everything.
Well, you any how do you call it? Instagram or anything like that? Sure.
Yeah, we have. It's just at BTT Austin for.
On all platforms.
Yeah, no.
Instagram and Facebook. Yeah,
Yeah, same thing.
same thing. Okay.
Mhm. BTT Austin.
Ooh, that's so nice.
And they can link to the website through there or no? Maybe
For what?
in Instagram. Go through your website as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
we
they
have
have
all
the
the
link,
link.
right.
Yeah, everything there.
That's so nice. So in all your career, is there like a competition that you probably win and you're like, I'm so proud of this fight that I did?
Definitely the worlds as a brown belt was like the well, the biggest, of course, and like the one that I felt good since the beginning. I think because Hui and I had a fight right before I went to the tournament.
Oh,
I
you
was
did?
so mad that I won it. I think that was the reason. But it was definitely like one of the most special moments in like this whole all this 10 years. So I always try to go to the worlds. I fought it like almost every year, right? And I would always lose on the first one. So when I won my first match, I was like, "Hey, today's the
Easy.
day." Yeah.
Made me mad again.
Yeah. So yeah, it was definitely that 2018 Worlds was the best one for sure.
That's so nice. And which one do you think it's the most special for Hui?
He has so many, like I think he when he won the nationals, the American nationals, I think he was like mm, super happy, and also like his biggest titles was the Pan Am's Nogi in New York, and that day he was definitely he was fighting two divisions up, and he won it like against like huge dudes because
I
he's
know.
like he's tiny, he's a lightweight, and he was fighting I think at medium heavy or something like that, and he won it. He was super proud, and so all of us, yeah.
Yeah,
And especially in those cities, right, like New York, LA, that goes more
Yeah,
all,
I
all over
think
the world.
definitely California is like I think the biggest state with like all the jujitsu and stuff. You know, there was the first place that everyone from Brazil started going to. You know, California. There are great names there still. You know, like great schools, and I think that's the reason that the worlds are there.
And
And
you
it,
always there? There's always in
yeah,
California? Oh,
well, it's started in Brazil. It was in
bro.
Rio, right? And then I don't know the year of when I started it. It was already here in California, and always at the pyramid. They did change the worlds. It was where was it last year? It wasn't there, but this year they they went back there, and it the place is like amazing. Everyone that does jiu-jitsu wants to fight there at the pyramid. Yeah, it's so fun.
that's so nice.
Because also, like everything also, I don't want to say for sure, but like every other sport, it's politics. And I mean, the Gracies, they live in California, right? I mean, the Gracies start everything else, right? I guess. I don't know.
Well, I think they're all around it, right?
I
Yeah,
mean,
they started like diffusing the jiu-jitsu, right? Like especially in Brazil, they had like all the things that they did, like going to the other gyms, like challenging people and stuff, made they were the ones that created the UFC, right?
right, right.
Mhm.
So I think they definitely had their part on the history
On
of
that.
jiu-jitsu for sure. Yeah, Elio Gracie was he kind of like made what it is, like using body leverage and stuff like that, showing all. Um, he was tiny, so he
Right.
showed like even like me, I'm tiny and I can do all that.
Mhm.
So that's why I do it.
Yeah. She flicks me, so boom. She flicks me, boom.
And you can lift like whoever. I've seen you. You're very strong. When
Yeah,
you're
because it's
fighting.
all about like
Technique,
Leverage.
leverage. Yeah, you use your body, and especially me that I'm small. I'm like 118, and I have like if I go with Renee, how much do I?
Wait a minute. Why you
Trying to
say
say
that?
it.
215. Good time.
Yeah.
Good time. Good time.
So, so yeah, so I theoretically he can smash me, right? But if
Yeah.
I do the right, like if I use the right technique at the right moment, then I can like defeat him, right? So that's what jujitsu is all about,
Mhm.
like using the right technique, the right moment, um, when, like, for example, like a simple little detail can change the whole thing.
And it does. And it does.
Yeah, like the way that you position your food on the floor can just, it's a
Makes
game
you-
changer. Yeah.
That's true. And how do you feel when you see somebody that just barely started doing it and then you see them grow and go into competitions and start winning?
Yeah, it's
Like-
amazing. Yeah, I'm so happy for, like, to see, especially our students, like that, they're there every day. We know that they're training hard for it, and they started just as we did from white belts, and it's hard to keep going. So especially now that you see like more black belts coming, like coming up at the
schools.
gym and stuff. Like even in our gym, we have so many black belts now, and it's hard to get there. Like some people, most of the people, they give up on the blue belt.
He's still on the blue
Yeah.
belt, but he's working on it, right?
Yeah. So
No, but again, people don't understand it. It is takes time for sure. It takes a lot of time and a lot of
To do it.
passion to do it, and a lot of
yeah.
But explain us like how many colors you have and how do you get from one level to the other?
how many belts.
How many
Yeah,
belts?
so it's everyone starts from the white, and then it's blue, purple, brown, and black, right? So 5. Am I right? And for the kids, we have more belts. It's like a way to motivate them,
Mhm.
right? And because imagine if they stay like 3-4 years in the blue belt, it's just
Yeah.
boring, right? So they have a bunch of other colors. They start at white, then gray, then yellow, orange, green, and then they jump to the blue whenever they're 16.
Oh wow. That's
Because you
nice.
have you have Isabella since little girl, right?
Hmm?
Isabella.
Isabella, yeah. Isabella started, she was 12, maybe? I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think so. She's,
She's a blue belt. She's great. She's still
oh, she's going to be a beast.
how old is
For
she?
sure.
18?
She's 17, I think.
17 years old.
17 or
17 years
18,
old.
yeah.
I know.
Either
I know. There's a girl. She's a little girl.
She,
She's a
yeah,
little girl.
she is awesome. She's strong.
Very.
And yeah, very strong, impressively strong. Yeah, she's gonna be amazing for sure if she
17
doesn't
years
stop. And she
Well,
loves
yeah.
it. She goes like almost every day, just putting time and effort into it. She's
Mhm.
definitely gonna be really good.
For sure. And again, that's the main thing in everything. All right, you have to consistency to
Have the
to
discipline
improve
to do
this.
it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not drinking too much, like Shingu. Maybe not. Maybe not. But
Today's
we're-
Friday.
Today's Friday. We're here with Patricia, just talking about their life on jiu-jitsu as a couple, as a mom, as a crossfitter, competitor, Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt,
Yeah.
just having fun, and it's really amazing that you're achieving all these
Yeah.
things in your life, and
It's awesome.
thank your mom. She's here. You're here with us. Thank you.
Yes. And we are trying to bring people that can inspire other people to do something or to follow their dreams. And I think to have someone that can inspire you to do more workout and to start into sports, any sports, it was one of the main points that we wanted to have because he's so much into jiu-jitsu and I'm not a very sport girl and I'm starting to working out barely. But I think it's so important not just for your body but for your health.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Especially like for your mental health, I would say. Like it keeps me sane. Like the days that I don't work out, I get stressed. I don't know if I'm addict to working out, but it definitely helps me like to calm down, like,
Release everything.
yeah, release all the stress and go back to real life again.
Yeah, when we're at home and we're at the same time at home and I'm already moving and stuff, she said to me, "Just go to Just go to a class. Just
get
go.
a
Just
jiu-jitsu
go.
and get
Just
the
go.
foie out. I
Yeah.
tell him that all the time. Just get it out.
Yeah.
Because he needs it. And I mean, like during the pandemic, we were closed for 3 months, and he wasn't working. I wasn't working, and he was like, "Let's just start cutting off our expenses. Whatever we're doing that is not, like it's just making us spend money on
Yeah.
stuff that we don't need." And he was like really thinking about letting the gym go, and I was like, no, I don't want you to go. You need to go. And I mean, I've seen him join it so much, and like he really cares about you, and he appreciates you so
Yeah.
much. And I'm so happy just to see him grow, and just to see how so many friends from there have come and support him on the
for sure.
on his
The
new
business.
business. That's so cool. And I really like how you guys do the community to become together, because like you make them compete, but at the same time you're keeping them together,
Yeah.
and that's so
Yeah.
nice.
It is, yeah.
Mhm.
We definitely we support one another. We call that we're all a big family there, right? Of course, there are some fights here and there, but at the end of the day, we're all a big family, and yeah, it's amazing when we go to tournaments, especially when it's in Austin, that we put like Hui and Diego. They put so much effort in like bringing the students to compete, and it's good to everyone, not only for the gym but to all the students as well, to see that there is much more than just like training at the gym. And even like some people don't even realize how much they will enjoy competing, until they do. um, some will not like it, but yeah.
But then it's so cool to, like, when I go with Renee, I've seen everybody running from one spot to the other, and then everybody's checking the times, who's going next and who's competing. And if you see that it's two of you fighting at the same time, you kind of divide each other and kind of support.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that's so important, because, like you said, you need someone to push you,
Yeah, for
to do
sure.
it.
Yeah.
And if you have that, and I mean,
It
it's
makes
so,
a huge difference.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's so
Definitely.
cool.
Yeah, because I think jiu-jitsu is very uh, you're very faithful to that particular gym, right?
Yeah.
but you're like you said, that's your family. Brazil team is, so they're very close to that
Yeah,
each other.
to each other. Yeah,
For sure.
for sure, for sure.
Ooh, I like it. I'm so happy, and I wish who was here to kind of
Yeah.
express us more about the passion that he has for the sport.
Yeah, I think you would actually really enjoyed it. We'll try
So,
that one more next
hi,
time.
Hui. Thanks for seeing us through
Yeah.
the video.
No, but seriously, thank you again,
Yes,
Patricia,
thanks for
for
coming
for
today.
coming. I know,
Yeah.
I know, so you live kind of far away. We're in the middle of the city with two kids and the classes that you have. Thank you very much for trying
Yeah.
to make it happen. Again, the address of the gym.
It's 9313 Anderson Mill Road.
We'll be sharing the page and all your information so people can see it and
Awesome.
look it
Yeah.
up. We need more girls into jiu-jitsu.
For sure. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, because and especially in Austin, it's on the gym. I know you teach us the girls sometimes, right?
Yeah, we're not doing it as of right now. We used to have a girls only class, but the time that I had to teach, like people couldn't make it. So we kind of cut it off on that for now and see like maybe in the future if we have more girls, we'll try that again. But it's hard to put up a girls
A
class
girls'
to
class.
get only,
Yeah. And I think it's because of the taboo that you were saying, like we all think that it's a sport for guys, which is not true at all.
Yeah, no. Especially like, yeah, I love to see the kids class. All the girls, they do amazing. And I think most of it is because like it's a lot of like flexibility,
Mhm.
and like the little girls, especially if you go to like gymnastics class, all the little girls doing it, and it's like kind of the same thing, they do it perfectly. Like the
Mhm.
techniques that they do is like awesome. I was like, man, I wish I could do it like as good as she does.
Yeah, that's so
For
cute.
sure.
Oh, well, yeah, it was a pleasure having you tonight. And
Thank you.
for everybody who doesn't know BTT, we're going to leave the information there so you can
Yeah.
check it out. And remember to give them a like and
Yep.
share their page too,
Yeah.
so more people can get to know you here
Yeah.
in the city.
And there are BGTs all around the world. Yeah.
Everywhere.
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 That's
Because
awesome.
they're here in Texas, how many? 6, 7?
Yeah, there are like 2 in Houston, 2 or 3 in Houston. And then 3 in San Antonio, 1 in Austin, then 2 in Dallas. Yeah, almost 10.
Almost 10.
Yeah,
In
almost
Texas, which is
Yeah, which is awesome.
absolutely.
We're really big in Texas. It's
Yeah, the
amazing.
first time that I went to a competition, I was like, "Are they from your gym?" And he's like, "No, they're from San Antonio." And then the other guys were from somewhere else.
Yeah,
And I was like, "Oh my god, so you have more?" I didn't know at that time
yeah,
how big was the.
yeah. But
The
they have all
different
around the
tribes.
world. Like the BTT in Canada is really big too. There's a black belt there. She's winning everything. She's amazing too, Brianna.
Oh, that's nice. Well, we hope to see you. I hope to see you fight again. I'll be there supporting you and yelling
Thank you.
for you to win.
Definitely Austin Open. Are you doing it?
If I may
He's
wait.
going.
If I may wait. If I may wait. If I may wait.
So
Oh,
this
goodness.
next competition will come on July, correct?
Yeah, here in Austin, yeah, it'll be, and they're doing it for kids too, which will be fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The open finally for that. Because one more right now in Houston, right? Tomorrow, Houston, Dallas.
I don't know. I
Oh, wow, okay.
don't even know. Yeah.
It's July. July. Yeah, too many information here on July. So I will try to make it happen
Yeah.
myself. I don't know.
I'll
I
send
will
him
try.
to train
I don't know.
more often.
Yeah.
Well, but thanks for joining us today, and thanks for everybody who's watching. And I think we'll see you on the next competition.
Yeah, for sure. Austin. Yeah.
Austin.
Be there. Yeah.
Thank you, Patricia, for coming.
Yeah,
thank you for
thank you.
support.
Okay,
You
well,
say something
everybody
else,
say
Julia?
bye to our people.
Bye.
Ciao. Thank you.